Hello and welcome and welcome and hello. Thank you for tuning in to Un Poco Mas, the show where we give you just a little bit more. I'm excited, guys, mostly for the fact that it's Taco Tuesday. I love Taco Tuesday. It's my favorite holiday after 4th of July and National Cookie Day. And National Pizza Day. I love National Pizza Day as well, but I am like 2% Italian, so you'll have to forgive me that one with my fetish. Anyway, guys, hello and welcome. It's Un Poco Mas. I've had, probably no more than 7 or 8 espressos today, but who's counting? Anyway, guys, the Sofi Stock is, I wouldn't say ripping because we don't really want it ripping. It's just going up really nicely, and they're just buying the stock. What's happening, you guys know as well as I do. You are a bunch of weak-kneed, broke-ass, basic bitches. You can't rally the stock. I can't rally the stock. We just don't have enough money. We don't have enough coordination. I'm whispering puppy. I'm not roaring kitty. You guys are a bunch of turds, but that's neither here nor there, guys. Let me share my screen with you. SoFi is up 36 cents, almost 5%. And the great part about the chart is it's not pulling back. It's consolidating just a little bit. The algo's working very, very hard, but there's just a ton of bigger orders coming in. Since I started this channel, guys, I have been telling you, I think I forgot to get any water. I'm gonna have to go get a break. Get a water. Oh, I have one. I've been telling you this thing, when the volume is very, very low or very, very high, the algo's locked in. Nobody's really doing anything. It's just mechanics playing games for the stock with the stock. And watch out. When it gets in this channel of 40, 50, 60 million, even 70 million shares, and the chart looks like it does, the bears, the shorts are in serious trouble. 180 million plus shares short. I think it's even considerably higher than that. Yes, cost to borrow is low, but the problem is if the stock runs away from you, you're still losing a lot of money on that position. You're going to have to cover. I mean, it's not just about borrowing. It's actually about the fact that you were just dead wrong on your short bet. And I guess the last bastion of hope with these short weighing douchebags was that, Powell was going to come out and scare the hell out of everybody again. But, they usually don't like to do that going into an election. And plus, I think, Cathie Wood was right in the sense that the Fed can very easily overshoot the mark. And the economy's slowing down. You're starting to see all the numbers heading in the right direction, getting down below 3. If they wait to cut rates until inflation actually hits 2%, it's going to just completely crash the economy. We're going to get that hard landing, that recession. So I think the Fed is threading the needle pretty nicely thus far. In terms of what's going to happen from here, guys, if we can break through sort of the 785 area, $9.04 is definitely in play. This stock is poised for a huge move. Remember, I've gone over this over and over again, the 80% move, the 120% move. This move up off of this support level, this thing consolidated way over a year, and it went way down. It really washed everybody out who didn't want to be in the stock. So you just don't have a lot of weak hands to feed into these shorts covering, and it just creates a volatile situation. I'm not going to say there's going to be a dramatic, short squeeze, but it's definitely buying pressure. If, they cover 80 or 100 million of those shares, then you have the counterparties, and everybody who was smart, Uncle Bruce, other people were saying, they need this stock to go up to about 12, to maximize their return. So, guys, these are the big, powerful, the guy behind the curtain who's actually pulling the strings and controlling Wall Street. I say it over and over again, guys. We cannot drive the bus. We can't say when the bus turns. We can't say, how fast the bus goes. We can't get angry if the bus goes backwards. All we can do is decide when we get on the bus and when we get off the bus. We can't get angry when it does. We can't get angry when it breaks down. We can't get angry when it stalls. Be smart, be patient, look at the fundamentals, pick your spots, buy when you decide, hey, this thing is just dramatically, fundamentally undervalued, and then don't worry about it from there. Sell your covered calls, do what you're going to. I know a lot of you guys who sell covered calls. I always say when it gets into earnings, stop selling those covered calls unless you don't mind getting called away. I wasn't selling here. I was selling, previously that I sell a few, but I just I'm not going to get that many shares called away because I just want to hold on to my shares through earnings. I personally believe that earnings are going to be really, really good. That's what I talk about in the headline of this video, guys, is like, why don't people listen to management? Why would anybody listen to these schmuck, these calls from the likes of KBW? These guys come out with these coordinated downgrades to their price targets, just before earnings. KBW has been one of the worst doing these hit pieces on the stock. And then you just look at a company like Oppenheimer. I mean, they put out this hit piece, the top sell ideas, of the week. And SoFi was one of their strongest, sell ideas. And then you come back over here and you see the headline yesterday, Oppenheimer increases its stake in SoFi by over 10%. So this is how these things work, guys. It's not always on the up and up. And I know you guys know that. So just don't get angry at the bus. Don't get angry at, fat YouTubers, YouTubers. I'm sorry, excuse me. Just get your money right. Get it straight. Like when SoFi, they pulled this thing down to 615, all the FUD, all the guys, all the trolls, they're like, okay, it's going to 5, anchors away. And it's like, why? Nobody, and everybody's like, you're an idiot. You said it wouldn't break down below 7. I'm like, okay, look at this bowl here. You think this is official? You think these 2 candles that dropped this thing from 7-11 down to 640 in 2 days for no reason? I mean, look, you guys don't understand mechanics and what they're doing. This was a fugazi. The guys who have studied this thing, I mean, Morningstar says what? Fair value 13. The growth, yeah, it's slowing down 15, 16, probably going to be closer to 20 at the end of the year because I think Q3 and Q4 are absolutely going to rip when we see this rate cut. I mean, people are almost forgetting SoFi bought this mortgage company. SoFi is going to add that on. That's never been on their books before in a meaningful way. I mean, that could be a much bigger business, much faster than people think. And I think, Noto said we remain profitable just the other day. So it's going to be at least 1 cent. I think it could easily be 2, possibly 3. I don't see why not. Cross-selling has been increasing. They're adding very, very high-quality members. The company looks very, very strong to me. All that's been missing is that rate cut so that wheel strategy can kick into high gear. You have options, you have business banking, you have, IPO activity ramping up again. That's going to be helpful for SoFi. Everything is just coming up Millhouse, guys. Everything is coming up Millhouse. This could be the summer of Millhouse. I remember his dad's, he had that one-hit wonder, Can I Borrow a Feeling? Just a great song, a tearjerker every single time. Guys, welcome and hello, and welcome. We have 54 brave souls on board. We have Not a Lurker. Guys, we should wish a happy belated birthday to producer extraordinaire and moderator J Money Not a Lurker. I believe he is 21 years old, at his first beer, shaved his head. No, it's a hell of a commitment to deal with Un Poco Moss. We do bring you just a little bit more. I also want to thank Alberto Bertie Avilés, our other moderator extraordinaire, who is with us in the comments. Old Tom Ledlow's here, looking ominous, looking like a cage fighter. That high contrast photo with Tom Ledlow. Love seeing it as well, Tom. Thanks for joining us today. Tobias is here. To the moon, Tobias. Indeed. To the moon, Alice. No, it's not. I'm not advocating domestic violence. I'm not even a huge fan of the honeymooners. Just didn't think it was that funny. Anyway, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Not a Lurker. Dale P, but it's 3 cents, 2 cents. I'm looking for 3 cents. 2 cents is my base case, my bear case, Dale P. What's up, Maria Powell? What's up, Joe Leone? Greetings from Palm Beach, Florida. How you doing today, Joe? Hope everything's going well. Who else we got? Thomas Puzak was number 1. The spice is flowing. Don't sub and like whatever you do. Timothy Semple, feels good to shake out some of the shorts. Yeah, I don't think they're covering en masse. I think this is a lot of people buying the stock. If you look at the demand, the loaded spring, not just student loans, not just home loans, but the fact is they're going to be able to make extremely high quality personal loans and lots of them. The net interest income alone is going to drive H2 absolutely to the moon. And then flip that and listen to what Chris Lapointe said about Galileo. He said right at this time, then this was a few weeks back, we're onboarding dozens. He said these were his words, dozens of new customers onto the platform. He's like, some of them are in the early stages of monetization. Some of them are in the various stages of integration, but he said dozens, and they're averaging several million, members or whatever clients per member they add to the platform. So if you just do a little, Warren Red Balls, catch-all napkin math, you're looking at them onboarding 50 million, 60 million. It just depends how many, but it could be 100 million new members. I'm not saying this quarter, but what I'm saying is in that process. It could be over a year, but don't be surprised if you see a huge membership explosion if Galileo has actually activated a couple of decent-sized customers. And Mr. Market's just going to go crazy if you see that, because that's going to get you that, sweet, juicy tech valuation. How do we know the shorts are officially giving up? It's not just that the stock is going up, but it's these short ratios, guys. Yesterday, this was 30. This never gets that low. Last 4 days in the 30s. This number is usually in the 50s, has been in the 60s. So they're just not shorting the stock right now. They just don't want to short it. It's not just Oppenheimer. It's like everybody and their brother are buying the stock the last few days. It's like Jim Florentine said, let me put my brother on the phone. Looking at the shorts coming into the day, Ortex was showing us, sorry, it's trying to load, 18% still, 185 million shares short. Cost to borrow still very low, utilization high, and if you look at the live short interest, they've only returned 5 million shares. I know maybe the shorts are returning more. This is just borrowing activity, so it's not indicative like one for one of shorting activity or whatever the case may be, but certainly they're not reshorting, they're not fighting. Max Payne was $7. So that's been obviously completely left in the dust, and the people holding the calls, selling, buying calls finally won one. Of course, they've been giving away money for the last 2 years. But we'll see. I mean, they're probably down anyway because they're probably buying these at inopportune times. If you look at the difference between the open interest and the volume, you could see a lot of these kind of dead money. Of course, all these calls out here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. These are older orders. But the point is, guys, this setup is extremely bullish, and people are like, well, it's going to, peter out at 780, going to peter out at 8. I really don't see why. A lot of these shorts need to cover pre-ER. Noto and LaPointe seemed confident, almost to the point of giddy. Noto looked confused and dumbfounded at the share price, at the price action. He wasn't really exacerbated, as he was probably, I think, just in kind of a state of disbelief with what the company's been. He's like, look, we've been doing everything all as perfectly as we possibly could for the last 6 years, and you douchebags don't recognize. You douchebags just don't recognize. That's what Tony Notes was trying to say. But he can't say that. He's got to be like, well, adjusted EBITDA. Hello and welcome, guys. Welcome and hello. Jake the Snake is here. Of course, Mustang Rider's coming at us, representing the dirty South. What's up, Mustang Rider? Looks like about as wholesome a couple as you could possibly find. Looks like he was possibly raised by Mr. Rogers. His missus looks extremely happy, so you can infer from that what you will. But welcome, Mustang Rider. Matt Flo's here. What's up, Matt Flo? Good to see you, my friend. Ross is here. The hair is herring. Yeah, dude, I went full Alf, man, for my boy. I think it's Jeff Presley who does the Alf character. It's actually pretty funny because my last haircut was weird and it did look like Alf, but I kind of like it. Whatever. I don't have, the schnoz of Alf, but I have his panache. And I do love pizza. I can't really remember how Alf talked. It was something like this. I haven't heard it in a long, long time. But anyway, Dan Wynn, what's up? Balls on fire. Your balls are on fire. See, if you're chopping jalapenos, Dan Wynn, you got to wash real good twice with soap and water before you start playing pocket pool, or your balls are going to burn. Larmo 4, funny and quick sentiment changes. Larmo, these things reverse very, very quickly. Remember, look at the chart, buddy. We're coming into a wedge. We're coming into, lows of more than a year. You're looking at a stock which the fundamental performance is extremely strong in adverse conditions. And when these rate cuts come, you have a coiled spring. You have so much pent-up demand. SoFi could, they're looking at, 16, maybe more, as much as 18% growth right now. year over year. If you kind of look at this down, if you look at like Q2 2025, I mean, think about what the year over year growth could be if you get 3 rate cuts and all their lending products absolutely explode. And then on top of that, Galileo explodes. I mean, I hesitate to even think about what these numbers could be. I think you could see extraordinary growth rates coming back, like those early growth rates, 40, 50%. I don't think it's out of the question at all. SoFi owns that student loan refi market for the high quality, up and coming high value customer. Everybody else has just given up and ceded that territory and gone home. SoFi hasn't. That is an extremely lucrative customer base, and they're going to cross sell it. We're going to get business banking. We're going to get business checking. We're going to drop in credit card processing receipts into those business checking accounts. SoFi is going to blow up, guys. I mean, it's happening right before your eyes. We have great management here. The bear case is a complete fugazi. I mean, you look at a guy like a bologna sandwich. He's got the forehead of Ben Affleck with none of the, grace and charisma. He's trying to control a unibrow. He's trying to sit there for 90 minutes and sputter out arguments that just, really don't make any sense. And you've got this other dude, interviewing him who's got a SoFi shirt on. He looks like he's teaching like some kind of youth tennis camp. I don't know, guys. He looks like he's riding around aimlessly on a 10-speed looking for aluminum cans in public parks. That kind of vibe, that kind of vibe. Anyway, guys, we got Oprah Stick SoFi bag, basic bitches. We got SJ Tavares in the house. SJ always here, always a huge Un Poco Moss Hall of Famer. Welcome and hello, SJ. We got Freddie Lafitte and his band with the beat, live and direct from Mayberry, holding it down. I am going to be opening for Freddie Lafitte and his band with the beat, DJ Patchy Drizzle on the wheels of steel, putting it down on the ones and twos. For all the me's and you's, we got Maria Powell, MP, in the house. It's not military police. It's Maria Powell. Hello, all. Welcome and hello, Maria Powell. Brian's here, number 10. Good afternoon. SoFi looks good. GameStop looks good. All options day, every day. Options are printing, Brian. Brian is printing money. Brian with a Y, folks. Get it right. So it's hot in the streets. Not a Lurker is here. I think we have an imposter. Hello. Please unlike and unsubscribe. Please do. I don't give a fuck about what you guys do. I don't need your affirmation. No, I desperately do. Please. The guy with this kind of hair needs your affirmation. No, I mean, it's Pert Plus all the way, guys. Hello and welcome and hello. We have an imposter, Maria Pal, Lurker, Javier, open a cover call, 828, 20% SoFi stock. Yeah, I hope it does too, Javi. Thank you. WC Fitter, SoFi going to buy me a new Porsche. I hope it does, WC. I hope it does, man. Lars Brandt Nielsen. When Hyundai? I don't know, man. You buy a Hyundai now. Lease a Hyundai. It's like, $179 a month. But Hyundai has some freaking cool cars out now, like the EVs and some of that Genesis G80. That's a nice SUV. Anyway, guys, I'm a big car guy, so I know all about these Hyundais. I know these Koreans are sneaky. They've snuck up on everybody else, and they're making some really, really good cars now, and really some great EVs coming out of Kia and Hyundai, coming out of Korea. A lot of brain power over in Korea. Tom Ludlow, we already talked about his ominous look. Tobias, Dale P, Joe Leone, we said hello. How's everybody doing? We got Bread Dab. I love the stock almost as much as thee. Thanks, Bread Dab. Appreciate that. Bread Dab. I don't know. I can't say these names. Theo Locke. He's got a dancing guy. Stockman Mark is here. Good to see you, Stockman Mark. Glad you caught us live today. Hello and welcome, Stockman Mark. Soon Poco Moss, guys. We have Oprah Stick Bag. We got Tobias. We're over all the trend lines now, Tobias. We're breaking down the 150-day moving average today. If we can close above that 150-day moving average, I really think we're going to break down 904 in short order. There's so much pent-up demand for this stock. It's not just the shorting. Institutions are buying in. Look, they own 85% of a firm, and that is a steaming bag of dog shit. That company burns money. They don't make any money. They're not going to make any money. They give installment loans to people who can't afford basic shit. And it's not a good business. It doesn't rely on AI. It's installment loans at the cash register. virtually. It's a shit business. And the people that invest in it are garbage people. Okay? Y'all. What's going on again? Mustang Rider, welcome and hello. Alberto, welcome and hello. Billy Jack, representing Arkansas, welcome and hello, Billy Jack. I'm doing a bit now where I'm like, I think people assume like Southern people are dumb because of the accent, but I actually think people in the Northeast have a dumber accent, or like the dumber people. It's just people just don't pay attention to it. It's like people down south can be like, oh, good to see you, fine sir. Nothing but a gentleman, officer, and a scholar. It's a pleasure and an honor to greet you here today. And they're like, you're an idiot, that accent. And somebody in the north like, oh, excellent. The Hyundai Elantra, great car. Good mileage. My cousin had one. He was the assistant parks superintendent for all of Poughkeepsie, if you could believe that. Married his first cousin. Wouldn't believe it if I told you. Like, I'd believe it. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Yeah, it's a bit I'm working on. I think, Northeast accent is actually dumber than Southern accent. Southern accent, totally misjudged. People down south are actually quite smart, and I like their accents. So anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome to Billy Jack, one of our greatest. Again, I'm doing the Un Poco Moss Hall of Fame, and Billy Jack will definitely be in there. I had 3 commenters on my last video. They're holding, 20,000 shares, SoFi each, plus long and strong. You guys are Hall of Famers. You get a ring. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Nicholas Kingworth is here. I believe he's actually Santa Claus, Nicholas Kingworth. White Feather is here. What's going on, White Feather? Good to see you. Bert Bernston. So many B's and E's and N's and D's. Bert Bernston. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Bert. I'll just call you Bert. You can call me Ernie. Alberto Bertie Aviles. We got Mike S. Mr. T. Oh my God, you did catch the live stream. I pity the fool. Don't catch my live stream. Hannibal, I just talk like this because I'm lonely. I'm vulnerable, putting up a hard exterior shell. I just want to meet somebody. Settle down. He's like, that's okay, B.A. Load the shit in the van. He's like, that's racist. Anyway, guys, nobody goes with A-team humor. It's not even funny anyway. But Kareem, let's go. Hello and welcome. I didn't get enough sleep at all, guys, and I had way too much coffee. My brain is just like, looks like a fried egg. When they used to do those 80s commercials, this is your brain on drugs, and they show like a fried egg. That's what my brain looks like. Like, I learned it from you, Dad. How to fry eggs? Like, no. Like, these Nancy Reagan commercials are extremely confusing. Like, don't do drugs, but are eggs healthy now? Cholesterol, margarine, butter, what's healthy? What's going on? I know you're not supposed to do drugs, but am I supposed to be eating eggs? Fuck it. I'll just do heroin. It's like, no, Dad, don't. It's like, too late. No, guys, don't do heroin. It's horrible. Horribly. And it's a waste of money. Put that money to SoFi shares. Welcome and hello, guys. Do not chase the dragon, whatever you do. Welcome and hello and welcome. We already said hello to Maria Powell. Welcome back, Maria. Thanks for always supporting here. We appreciate you very, very much. JW, huge wall at 8 for the week. Yeah, I mean, those calls were all at 7, J-Dub. So, yeah, I think a lot of people are probably just, selling these off today. You don't know where things are going to go. Things usually spike earlier in the week. So, the shorts can latch onto some FUD. There can be some bad news. But if you look at these 9s are older stuff. Like, all the volume is coming in at 7, 750, 8. So, yeah, it's opening up at 8 for sure. I don't think there's let's see. Are you talking about this week or next week, JW? He's talking about this week, 8. Yeah, okay. So they're going to defend 8. You're right. I mean, see, this just changed very, very rapidly. So they are updating this in real time, because there was barely anything at 8 this morning, which of course, nobody was expecting. I don't think this type of move today really was coming out of nowhere. We had a nice move yesterday, and you usually don't see this type of continuation with the SoFi stock, where we're getting the stock gapping up like 5 and 6 days in a row. In fact, I can't really remember this happening at all. We've had less exciting starts to moves that have gone 80 and 120%. And, you know, I'm not saying the stock's going to run up past 10, but I think, again, 904 is easily in play. There's just a lot of pent-up demand for the stock, a lot of, you know, shorting the stock, which never really made sense from 680 to 720. Those shorts have decisions to make. And a lot of times they think, oh, we'll just, you know, hold out and, you know, retail is going to give up. The problem that's worked in the past, but the problem is it's not retail you're dealing with now. It's big institutions buying the stock consistently. It's not just hedge funds. It's not just mutual funds. It's not just Vanguard. Everybody's so hung up on, you know, the Qataris selling their shares, but, you know, those shares have been completely, you know, sucked up by other institutional owners. You look institutional ownership at all-time high. Yeah, 460 million. It's not high compared to some of these other stocks, but it's definitely enough to basically scare the hell out of anyone else coming. Look at all these filings. Look at all these filings. Like, so many of these are increases. I know a couple of companies are selling out, but Future Wealth Fund, SJS Investments, these other companies that have a lot of shares are just big increases. Wealth Enhancement Advisory Services. IMC Chicago LLC, 40% increase, 687,000 shares. These two companies sold out. Don't really know how many shares they had, but SG America's Securities increased 2,000% to 350,000 shares. The point is, guys, institutions are buying the stock. Institutional ownership is at all-time high. And when you see this trend here, when you see this trend starting these last, you know, it was just inching up here from middle of last year. You saw this big increase last summer into August, just kind of inching up. And then these last three readings, it's just exploded to the upside. So I have no doubt this is going to go through 500 million and beyond. And it's very hard to short a stock where institutions are buying heavily, as this chart proves they are. And fundamentally, the company keeps outperforming expectations, under-promising, over-delivering, growing, making profits, increasing profits. I mean, increasing margins, doing exactly what they say they're going to do, executing their plan. I don't know. I said it last time. I don't know what people want from management. I don't know what they want. A pound of flesh? They want them to bleed? How much better could you ask management to execute under how much more difficult conditions? It's just crazy that people don't trust management. These analysts that are like, don't listen to management, like Giuliano Bologna, the Chia Pet, that Gary D-Bag, Bullum-headed freak who Tanner keeps interviewing. Like, I don't understand tech, so it's worthless. There's a lot of things you don't understand. Doesn't mean they don't exist. Like, it's not the Easter Bunny. It's not made up just because you don't understand how it works. I mean, they've taken the members from 30 million to over 150 million in only 4 years. That's 5xing the number of people on the platform. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, guys. We're like, there's no growth in the tech. I don't know what you're looking at. That's just not true. I mean, I deal with facts, guys. I know you're entitled to your own opinion. Generally speaking, you should not be entitled to your own facts. So this is it. Q1 2020, 30 million. Q1 2024, 151 million. These are facts. Why do the bears never deal with facts? They only deal with forward-looking FUD, speculation. It's all going to fall apart. The accounting is going to fall apart. Nodo doesn't understand accounting. LaPointe doesn't understand accounting. It's bullshit, guys. It's been bullshit the whole time. And now it's exposed. It's absolutely, these guys are exposed. There is no bear case. I've said, how do they control the stock? Two ways: borrowing and volume. I've been saying that since I started this channel. Those are both against them now. They're not borrowing, they're returning shares. And the third prong is institutions are buying. Those three things are putting upward pressure on the stock price. Right here, right here. Noto's got these shorts bent over a barrel, and he's doing guided tours of the 50 states every hour on the hour. Oh, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. We got JW building a huge wall. After this week, it's clear sailing. It's looking like pretty clear sailing right now, JW. They can build a wall they want, but it's like Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. Like with enough money, motivation, you can go right through a wall. So we'll just have to see what happens. Where is this? This is here. Thank you, Kareem. I don't know where he is. Probably in Germany or wherever the hell he is. Let's see. Kareem in the house. Welcome, Kareem. Hello and welcome. Not a lurker anymore. Jarrett Matson is here. Smash the like. How dare you, Jarrett? He got his old, did he get his old picture back? I don't know, dude. Jarrett Matson looks like he could rock and roll. So I like the backwards cap. I like the long hair. I like the black shirt. I like the whole look. Let's see. Time-lapse car guy Bruno is here. What's up, time-lapse car guy Bruno? That's a long name. I'm just going to call you Bruno. Hola y bienvenidos, señor. Welcome, Bruno. Thanks for stopping by again. Haven't seen you in a little bit, my friend. Appreciate you. Taking another look at Un Poco Mas, giving us another chance. Guys, of course, it is Un Poco Mas. This is Danny Deals. I am very excited. The stock is moving up today. Let's see, guys. In any case, not that much left to say. I'm going to come back on, kind of give an update, but I just wanted to give an initial update. The chart looks very, very strong. I think $9 is in play. The shorts are returning some shares, but not rapidly. I think they're still kind of taking a wait and see approach and seeing if there's some more FUD they're going to latch on to. The option sellers are absolutely getting killed. The call buyers are winning this round. No new rankings, no new big news. SoFi hitting buy again, strong buy from Stone Fox Capital. I would read this guy. And again, the FUD from Oppenheimer, the FUD from these companies that are actually adding shares. It's just crazy. So all systems go, guys. Everything points to up. Management is as bullish as they can possibly be in their comments coming in earnings. They can't say too much, but they're telling you tech is going to explode. Lending is poised to go absolutely bananas. Listen to Gwen Stefani, guys. Bananas. Bananas. I hate that song, and I hate all of you. SoFi's running, guys. Peace. I'm out.